Hello and welcome to Realms Edge Gaming. Just wanted to start off by saying Happy Christmas. I hope you're all having a lovely day, no matter how you're choosing to celebrate. And as promised yesterday, I said that we would catch up again today to talk about the new Age of Sigmar book for the Battletome that was to be released. And we've just had, say about half an hour ago, 3/4 of an hour ago, something like that, the preview, the Christmas preview. So Hedonites, Habits, and Hakatari. So we'll just scroll down. There is some of the Warhammer 40k things that we've seen, but we'll make our way down to the Age of Sigmar because that's what we were speaking about yesterday. So it says, from the grim darkness of the far future, our festive sleigh ride takes us to the mortal realms. In our last preview online, we showed off some incredible new Hedonites of Slaanesh models that are on the way, including the legendary Sigvald the Magnificent. Well, Christmas is a time of excess, isn't it? So let's share some things that are coming, starting with the amazing Hedonites of Slaanesh Battletome. Okay, that front cover is brilliant. It looks really, really interesting. I'll be honest, I didn't think we were getting Slaanesh. Some of the people that are following the channel, when we did the video yesterday, said straight away that it would definitely be Slaanesh. They mentioned about the coin, that kind of coincided with that February release slot, and I'll be honest, I was really hopeful that it was going to be either the Soulblight or the Umbraneth, given the kind of rumour engines, but well done to those of you who spotted that it would be the Hedonites. That front cover does look fantastic. I love the coloration with the kind of pink, blue and kind of violet hues there. The aesthetics there look absolutely fantastic. And it says, but what lies between the covers of this extravagant tome? First up, we have the chosen knights of the Dark Prince, the Slick Blade Seekers, riding their exalted steeds of Slaanesh into the heart of battle. They sever heads and limbs with their deadly glaives. And wow, these models look absolutely brilliant. I must be honest, I don't collect Hedonites of Slaanesh, but I would be tempted, no pun intended, to pick up a box set of these because they look brilliant. I love the kind of the horn details there, which tie into the Dread pageant that have just been released. The design team once again have done a fabulous job of unifying the whole faction together. They look brilliant. The Age of Sigmar models that are coming out at the moment and for 40k look phenomenal. The Heavy Metal team have done a brilliant job with the paint job too. Really like that kind of the pinks, the purples with the kind of splashes of blue. Look really, really striking. So let's just have a look at the next one, and the kind of dynamicism of the pose with the kind of the skulls there. I kind of like how they've got them to look kind of extravagant with the kind of gilded armour, the jewels, the extra detailing we can see, so typifying of Slaanesh himself. But that pose is brilliant. Do have my concerns of how sturdy that would be, how well that will stand up to kind of being transported and also used on the field of battle, but I guess time will tell. I know that the design team put a lot of kind of time and thought into making them sturdy enough to kind of play with, but as I said, we'll have to wait and see. The poses are phenomenal. Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll take a look a little bit further down and see what else we were shown with our releases. So it says here, if you prefer to bring pain from a distance, well, the Blissbarb Seekers will be right up your street. With the speed of their mounts, they can unleash a volley of arrows from the perfect position on the battlefield. Now, I do know that some of these models were spotted by the eagle-eyed amongst you when you were looking at the release for Sigvald. I know that if you paused the video in certain places, there were kind of these blurry silhouettes, these outlines where you could see the models. I know Warhammer Weekly did a kind of breakdown where they really went into detail, and I know that they'd spotted the kind of archers and the ranged units. I love the tail on this. I think again with the kind of pose that they've got, it really does add to the movement and you can just imagine how these would be like kind of moving, you know, in the stories and the narratives. And I've no doubt that these are going to be making an appearance with our Broken Realms narrative. Have a quick flick through some of the models. This one, I don't know why, for some strange reason, kind of, I don't necessarily play it anymore, but I think there was the Mahud Rangers in Lord of the Rings. The kind of the clothing, the aesthetic that they've gone for kind of seems reminiscent of that. I love the way that they've kind of got the barbs with the flashes of gold as well. They look great. Let's go down to the next release. So we've already seen a Slangor in the form of the Slake Slash, a member of the Dread Pageant from the Diachasm core set, but how about a full unit? The Slangor Fiend Bloods value slaughter at any cost, fighting with a frenzied disregard for their own safety. Now, the one thing I really liked about this as well was that on one of the rumour engines there was a crab claw, and it seemed to have barnacles on. And as you all know, that I'm kind of hopeful that we'll see something for the vampire pirates coming out, and I kind of thought that was a ringer for it. But then when these were teased, I thought, oh, maybe it will be something to do with them. But as I've had a quick flick through each of the kind of models that they've previewed, none of the claws are similar to the one on the rumour engine. Yes, it could be something for the Ideneth Deepkin, but you know, we'll have to wait and see on that. But none of these claws are similar to the one on the rumour engine. They also don't have the barnacles. But these models, they do look great. There we go. So let's go down. Finally, we've got the Blissbarb archers on foot. They're accompanied by a Blissbarb homunculus who cooks up especially toxic concoctions for the archers to dip their arrows into before firing them. So here we go. Let's just scroll down a little bit more just to get the full image. Again, the poses are fantastic. I like how they've used the base detailing here to tie in with Sigvald and some of the other Hedonite units that we've seen. Now, I did find this a little bit surprising. Throughout the Advent Calendar Rumour Engine series, they have been teasing quite a few different things. That we've had a rumour engine every single day. And kind of, to my knowledge, looking through the images that they're showing us here, I didn't see many of the rumour engines that they've teased this month kind of cropping up in these models. And I kind of, as I said in my video yesterday, I expected that we would see some of those images that were teased appear in the models that we're being shown now. And I've just not really been able to spot any. I don't know whether you'll be able to spot some, but I've kind of struggled to do so. Okay, it wasn't teased in the rumour engines for the advent calendars, but this one has been shown. That is definitely one of the rumour engines from before. I think a lot of people were thinking that it could have been the Umbraneth, or some kind of more, you know, faction based upon there, myself included. But as we've seen there, it is definitely one of the Hedonites. Now, it does remind me of the guy from, is it 300 there, holding the, I'm guessing it's the poison, the toxin that they dip their arrows into. But yeah, I'm wondering, did you manage to spot any of the, and that's another one actually, isn't it? That's another one of the rumour engines. Again, not from the advent calendar one, but I believe that was one from a while ago, that was kind of teased to us at least. So, there we have. It says there's still plenty more to come from the new Battletome, and if you think we're teasing you by mentioning that, but not showing you more just yet, well, that's exactly what Slaanesh would want. And it goes on to say, if you want to keep up with more information, if you sign up to the newsletter, you'll be the kind of first to know about it. So, how do I feel about the kind of Christmas preview today? If I'm honest, I've said before at the start, right off the bat, I was hoping that it would be the Umbraneth or the Soulblight, and it is Slaanesh. I know a lot of you are excited for the release, which is great, but I have to be honest, I do think there are other factions that are maybe more in need of a release than Slaanesh. I know that they tie in really, really well with the Broken Realms narrative, with everything that's going on, and I appreciate that, but I would have maybe liked to have seen before Slaanesh one of the other Chaos factions. For example, Nurgle, they don't have any of the endless spells at the moment. They are in need of a bit of an update, a new Battletome. We've got Ideneth as well, who are integral to the Broken Realms narrative at the moment, with the lantern being taken from them. Again, they don't have any endless spells. We've got Seraphon, who haven't had any new models, and also Skaven, who probably could do with an update too. I know a lot of their range are in need of a refresh. Maybe we'll see these further on down the line. So I think the Battletome is looking really good. I really like the Sigvold model that we've seen. I like how this ties in with the Diachasm release, but I think, as I said to you before, there are other kind of factions that maybe could have come before Slaanesh, but we'll have to wait and see as to when they have their turn and how the Games Workshop team tie it in. I know the Warhammer Weekly team the other day, or a couple of days ago, were really specific, and they said that we definitely wouldn't be seeing the Vampire Pirates today, and they were spot on. We haven't done, but they are kind of confident that we will see them in the future. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It would be great for you to kind of join in as we explore the kind of upcoming releases for Games Workshop. If you like the video, please do drop a like too. I'd like to just finish by wishing you a Merry Christmas. Hope you're all having wonderful days, whatever you're choosing to do. Drop your comment below. Are you happy to see Slaanesh and the release that we've been given today? Or were you hopeful to see something else? Or, an update for another faction? Or again, for the Broken Realms narrative? Thanks for joining me today. I look forward to speaking with you soon. Thanks. Goodbye.